Hi, here I am again, Sally Preston, and this module, our very first one, is on loving yourself within, starting right now, how you do it, and focusing on loving within, because that's where all your love comes from. Unfortunately, we keep thinking we're going to be able to get it from somewhere else. And also, I'm outside, and I just dropped my sunglasses. But I'm outside, and I wanted to wear sunglasses. And the reason why is because that's taking care of myself, which taking care of myself is loving myself. And therefore, it's important to wear your sunglasses, especially when you're older. And also, I lived in California for most of my adult life, and everyone wore sunglasses because the sun was shining a lot. I'm back in Ohio now. However, when you wear your sunglasses, it keeps you from getting cataracts. I'm 77 now, and I don't have cataracts. Every time I go to the eye doctor, they say it's a little bit starting, but it never changes. So part of taking care of yourself, loving yourself, is taking care of yourself. And so I wear sunglasses. And that's where it all starts. It is all about what we do for ourselves. And during this time of the epidemic, pandemic, we need to do that more than ever. Nobody else is going to be able to love us as much as we would love that, and we keep looking for that, but that's why we never feel fulfilled. So we start within. And I'm going to give you a lot of tools here, and a lot of them are not going to make sense. A lot of the skeptics will think, that's crazy, it doesn't work. I am such an optimist, and I'm really not a skeptic. And most of the things, when I hear something that, try this because if you do this, you're going to feel this way, or things on my spiritual path about learning forgiveness, and also about learning to envision and manifest, all that stuff, I just tried it myself. I didn't need proof. But I'm going to give you, what I'm going to do is give you all the things I've learned. I've spent over $75,000 in training and certifications and school, and over 100,000 hours in training and books and information to be able to do these things. But most of all, I'm sharing the things that I did myself. And I'll try to explain like where I was, and then how I was able to make the changes. At the end of this entire, all the modules, there's 7, I'm going to give you a whole list. First of all, in the last module, I presented of everybody that I'm quoting from or teaching from, and giving you books and references and how to get all of the research and more proof, especially for the skeptics. But right now, I'm just going to give you the exercises and just try it. Just try it and see if it works for you. And starting with learning to accept yourself and love yourself right now, and not sit around waiting for someone else to do it for you or to make you feel better. And no matter how you're feeling right now, just accept how you are right now. Even if no matter what, no matter if you're feeling a failure, you're in the middle of a divorce, you're hungover, you're sick, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is right now. Just accept yourself as though you're a child and you're trying to help that child feel better. So accept you just the way you are, and you're supposed to be there. And that's the whole point. It's all coming up. You're feeling whatever you're feeling. You went through whatever you went through in order to bring this feeling up so you can pay attention to it, not anyone else. Because haven't you ever had it where someone will give you these compliments and tell you how great you are, and even get awards, and it still doesn't make, you don't believe it. You just don't believe it. And the reason why it turns out is because your mind will only accept what it is that you tell it. It won't accept anything else. So until you tell it, and it's almost a retraining, you have to keep saying it over and over. It doesn't matter what you achieve. It doesn't matter what someone tells you. You won't accept it and feel it and believe it. So a little exercise to start loving yourself within is, first of all, accept wherever you are right now, even if you've been a bitch all day, or you've been really mean and angry, or it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, accept that. Accept that in yourself. Put your hand on your heart and say, gosh, you've really been having it hard lately, or whatever it is you're experiencing. Tell yourself, you know what? I'm here for you, and I'm never going to leave you. And I know you're not used to this, but I'm here, and I love you, and no matter what, you haven't done anything wrong. Nothing you have done wrong. It was all there before you. And then look in the mirror. Look in the mirror and say to yourself, I love you. I love you. And then also write down 3 things about yourself that you really admire. Really admire. Write them down, and then write 3 things about yourself that you have compassion for. And then do your I love exercises in the mirror. And at first it's going to seem really strange. You're going to be uncomfortable, especially the guys. And do it anyway. And then eventually it isn't, you don't get the rejection as much, because at first you're going to get this stuff going around your head like, have you totally lost your mind? Not to mention you don't even want to look in the mirror. You don't want to look in your eyes. And that's another sign. Look inside there. It's that person that's just waiting for you to say, I love you. And just keep saying it. And do it once in the morning, and then at evening, and do that for this week. And I will then get back to you after that. Now, the next module that we're going to talk about is why. Why are we self-sabotaging? Why haven't we been able to love ourselves? And we'll go into that more in Module 2. So this time we've learned first to look within, pay attention, and recognize when you have a feeling, especially during all this now, just respect that and acknowledge it. And then be with yourself like it's a little child that's trying to tell you what's wrong. I love you. I love you. And I'll see you in the next module.